Indie Pod presents Dawg House.
Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Dog, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Mass destruction for self-indulgence or for fear and uncertainty. Attack the innocent, expecting violence by preying on the weak. Can you hear them? Hear them crying out and running for their lives. Escape the fire, burn desires. Escape the fire, you can save our souls. Creeping out the woodwork and praise for their good work, dangling a hopeless dream. Full of promises, such empty promises, you won't fool me. Can you hear them? Hear them crying out and running for their lives. Can you see them? See them crying out and running for their lives. Escape the fire, burn desires. Escape the fire, you can save our souls. Escape the fire, burn desires. Escape the fire, you can save our souls. What do they gain? What do they achieve? All for a reckless dream. Can you hear them? Hear them crying out and running for their lives. Escape the fire, burn desires. Escape the fire, you can save our souls. Escape the fire, burn desires. Escape the fire, you can save our souls.
You are in the Dawg House.
The song that just blew your mind was Escape the Fire by JOANovARC. In the Dawg House tonight is Shelly, Emma, Chloe, and Kira of JOANovARC. Ladies, thank you for joining the doc tonight, and how the hell are you?
We're good.
Yeah, no, we're good, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. First of all, let's dive into some updates involving the band's lineup. So, how have the new additions of Chloe, you're on drums, I'm a drummer, love that,
Love it.
and Emma on guitar and lead vocals, how has that influenced your guys' sound?
I would definitely say that we are progressively getting a bit heavier now than what the original sound was. From like the feedback we've had from the audience that have like followed JOANovARC throughout its entire career. Yeah, we are definitely getting on the heavier side, but I was saying to Kira earlier, like, why do we have to stick to one genre? Let's see what we write and then see what comes out, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we brought all our different styles into it and made it something different and kept the kind of melodic vocals, but a bit more power.
So when Joan of Arc kind of started, it was kind of like straightforward hard rock kind of style of music. And I think when we started doing the work with Invisible Enemy during the pandemic, that gave us time to kind of think of going in a completely different direction with the style of music. And a lot of my influences come from like heavy metal, industrial, and prog. Chloe, sort of similar background as well, metal music. So like some of the main influences, like Muse being one particular band that's it was quite a big influence with the last album, and we're also kind of going a little bit more experimental with timing as well. So Escape the Fire, for instance, one of the things I thought when writing the music is nobody does compound time. So I was thinking like Thin Lizzy, bit of Iron Maiden, that kind of thing when writing the song. And it just makes it more interesting, like going from that timing straight back into 4/4. It's just that sudden and very impactful. And hoping with the new music that we continue that streak of getting different influences in and just making up a completely different sound for Joan of Arc now.
Thumbs up. Didn't know what to say. It was like, holy shit, this is great.
Your balls are showing.
Let's go back a little bit. The journey began with the Walker Sisters back in 2015.
Yes.
And you had hits like, Live Rock and Roll, Seeds of Summer. Tell me this, how has your music evolved? And you kind of touched on that when we talked about bringing everybody's genre into it. But how's the music really evolved over the years, you know? And again, you touched on this too, you know, especially with the latest release, you know, Invisible Enemy.
Well, for me, from where it was before, I've got a very experimental drummer in the band, a very experimental bass player who, Kira Kenworthy, phenomenal on bass, and powerhouse vocals from Emma. And I think the fact that they can do so much on their instruments and they're willing to experiment. Like Chloe live, she's doing all the double bass pedal things live in the outros at the end of a song, and it's explosive. And it's a fact these girls are really talented on their instruments, and they're open-minded to experimenting, like when I listen to Rush or I listen to prod rock bands sometimes, not all the time, but occasionally I'll listen to them, and I think they've got that mindset that we're willing to experiment and advance our playing, and they're always interested in just improving as well as musicians. We all are, and working together as a group and moving forward, and being open-minded to writing.
When you bring in a song to the band, what happens with it? Is it do it this way, or do it this way, or is it just do your thing and let it evolve into what it's going to become?
I just let it evolve. I mean, we've had to do a lot of sending files back to each other because, well, we did during COVID as well. We had to do a lot of file sharing instead of being in the actual rehearsal room. So the last album was written in that environment. I think that's what we've had to do, build on an idea, and it's actually evolved. Escape the Fire sounds nothing like the demo.
I was just going to say that, like how it starts to, and everyone adds their own parts to it and their own styles, and then it becomes something completely different, but it's just evolving and getting better and better.
I think when writing music, I mean, one of the things is when you are skilled in one particular instrument, you may not be 100% with every other instrument. So like I try to do when I've been writing songs, I try to do drums, which I'm not good at all, believe it or not, even though my dad's a drummer. But I do come up with melody on guitar. But again, I'm not nowhere near as a good guitarist as Shelley. But when you have the idea, you can imagine what it can sound like in your head. But also there's times where I had this idea in my head, but then it becomes 10 times better when everyone else comes in. It's better than what you envisioned in your head.
I think it's good when you send ideas to each other with an idea in your head to go, I want it to somewhat sound like this, but then you still have the free reign and spirit to take it and make it your own, as your own, in the fact that you master your own craft, you know what I mean? So you can take that and make it something completely different that you might not have thought about in the first place, if that makes sense.
It definitely does. Like I was telling Emma, I've been in a band longer than you guys were even thought about being conceived. So it just happens that way. And I love that. See, I hate it when somebody in the band claims a song that it's my song, because in reality, it's never just one person's song. They bring in an idea and a draft, and then it turns into something totally different with everybody's influence and talent put into it. So it becomes the band's song. And I love it when you guys do that. And I hear bands that do that. They just let the person do their thing because they have enough confidence in them to know they're going to do their job well and they're going to put it in just like it should be.
Yeah, that's it. And I agree on that. And that's why, we went into this and we said, whatever we get, we split 4 ways. Everything is 4 ways. Like a collaborative band, not I'm the lead singer or I am this or I am the drummer this is my song. Actually, it is a collaborative, and without the 4, you won't make the song. We need the 4 of us. We're all on the same page and we're all driving forward.
I love that. I love you guys. I love you for saying that. Thank you, Shelley. I do. And I love something else coming up because I'm going to put one on the turntable for you guys, which is called Get Funked by JOANovARC. was a great track.
Hey, you're in the Dawg House.
They always say you'll find the love of your life when you're not really looking, which was true, but by then I'd run her over.
You know, I wanted to tell you when you guys were talking, when I listen to you guys, I love the drums. Chloe, I just love the drums. I love the vocals. I love the guitars. I love the bass. I mean, there's not one thing I can listen to one of your songs and say, it's all just phenomenal, guys. And I want to give you again, you know, thumbs up and horns for that, because you guys are very, very talented.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know we're not socks, but I think we'd make a great pair.
You guys have toured all over the world, right? From Japan to the U.S. You guys did a special show at the Hollywood Viper Rooms. Tell us, what is one of the standout moments and experiences from your adventures that you've come across so far?
Well, we got different experiences because we got the old lineup and we got this new lineup now. I'd just say touring, the last tour we did together was just brilliant. You know, I think that was it. Sheffield, well, that gig we did as with the new lineup, we did this gig in Sheffield Corporation in the UK, and it would just felt like everything had come together. Like people were just screaming, and they were just like so happy to see us play, and we were the support band, and normally people come to see the headline, and we felt like, wow, there was magic in the room that night. Chloe was on fire, Kira was on fire, Emma was on fire. We were all on fire.
You feed off the crowd, don't you? And it was the crowd were just loving it so much that then we love it more, and then they feed off that. And like I said, we could all be talented musicians, but we have the chemistry as a band, so we know exactly what someone's doing, or you can recover from things, and we just have fun with it.
And especially when we played Escape the Fire, it was just incredible. We got the whole crowd clapping and cheering and dancing, and it was just like, this is why we're here, you know, to make people happy and to just perform music that we love doing.
It felt like we were the headline band. That was the weird thing about it, because it's very nervy when you go on tour and you're what's seen as the underdog, or you're below the bill, below the headline. It's great because but you've also got something to prove every time, you know. And then some fans know you and some don't, because they're there to see the headline, and it's quite a tough thing to do. But then if you come away like that night and everyone's going, wow, this band, where are you from? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's great. It's a great feeling, because you think, you know, we've really got it together as a new lineup.
The only way you really get that way is by having that energy coming back from the audience. And that's phenomenal. Again, you know, guys, I really love your philosophy. So, and Doc's going to rip another one out there for you guys from JOANovARC, which is On My Way.
Take control, I take the power, cause I'm the woman of the hour. Effortlessly, full of opportunity. Take what you can get, and you get what you see. You wanna cross me, and I'll fight you. You wanna hate me, and I'll like you. Live for the action, no distraction. Fierce and brave in the attraction. I'm on my way. Here I am, your champion, beyond compare, companion. They call me golden, don't call me true. Still the winner who will still take you. You wanna test me, and I'll beat you. You wanna tease me, and I'll treat you. Just wait and see, just wait and see, just wait and see the reaction. I'm on my way.
Nice track, guys. That was a nice track.
You are in the Dawg House.
So your upcoming tour with what? Jen Annie and
Yes.
You got performances at the Winter Storm and Planet Rock festivals.
Yes.
Those are all really highly anticipated, as I hear. And so, tell us, what can your fans look forward to in these next coming live shows, and how does it really feel to be back out on the road?
At the moment, we are in discussion of sorting out a tour for next year, but we already have 2 festivals in place. So we've got Love Live, which is in back end of February in Blackpool, at the Winter Gardens, and we also have another festival in May, which is is it Colville, Emma?
Yes, yeah, Colville's. Yeah.
And Winter Storm, both incredible festivals. I've played them before, and I'm just so excited that this lineup is playing those festivals.
And do it on the back end of the tour because we were like so much tighter now, and we've got all that energy, that buzz from it, that we're going to take that to the stage.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
What to expect from us, I suppose, on stage is just complete madness. Like, we are just so energetic. We bring so much energy. Like, I feel like the amount of, the more energy we bring, everyone will bring back, as you've said before, and it's just, we all interact with each other. We're all dancing about on stage. I'm chucking my sticks about. Like, it's just a bit of a madhouse, but it's just because we're so passionate about it.
She's alive. Alive!
Well, yeah, we have a joke and a laugh. We take it seriously, but we still make it just fun. And I think they feed off that, and then they have fun.
Exactly. And just to be on tour has just been incredible. It's been such an experience and a whirlwind, and I feel like it's brought us closer together as a group, being able to be in the same living quarters together, and just sort of like finding out each other's habits, and sort of, and getting to know each other on a more personal level just brings us more together. So I'm really excited to see what the next album's going to bring because of that as well.
I was sitting here thinking when you were talking, I bet it's easier to be in an all-girl band than it is with dudes, isn't it?
I mean, I'm in a band with men as well, so
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's up and down. It's hit and miss, because some bands, males can be lazy in that they won't do anything to motivate or push forward, which these girls have experienced. And being in with some girls can be horrendous, because we've had lots of lineups over the years, and emotions run high with women. Our emotions run high, they run low, they run high. With men, it's normally on one plane, but sometimes they can be a little bit lazy.
The difference is we're all just driven and passionate, so...
But we are driven and passionate, but women can be very emotional.
Are you staring at my butt?
No, I am not. I might have been before, but now I am again. All right, I'm stopping.
But yeah, no, we are all on the same page, and I think that's what's the most important thing, that we all want the same thing. We're all going in the same direction. So it's just the perfect storm. Is that the right saying? I don't know if that's the right phrase. Yeah, that's the right phrase to use.
It was probably a stupid question that's asked, but I was just sitting there thinking, because guys can be real assholes and real macho sometimes about stuff they're playing or parts of the band. And I was just thinking, it must be so much nicer because you guys seem to get along so well. It's like, man, it must be nice to be able to get along like that and not have any egos or trips going on. So, but anyway, Magpie will probably edit this out anyway because he doesn't like me rambling, and I apologize for that.
I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived.
Hey, you're in the Dawg House.
With your third album, Invisible Enemy, it's been receiving great reviews. So tell us a little bit about the creative process as a band with this. And I think we've touched on that a little bit, but especially with this one. And your expectations from the new release, Escape the Fire.
Yeah, so Invisible Enemy, I mean, that was really written as a lockdown album. That was, we were isolated, closed away, and everything had to be written over the internet. I mean, files going back to each other, backwards and forwards, and it could only be recorded once we could actually get in the studio. The demos, we had to do demos at home, and me and Kira had to keep sending files to each other. And all the songs are based around lockdown, isolation being one of them. You know, Invisible Enemy, that's the COVID. That's COVID. All these, every title is related to the whole COVID experience.
I think also it may also have a completely different meaning as well, because even though it was an album that we did during the pandemic, I think the songs can be relatable to whatever. Like isolation could be anything. Invisible Enemy, that could mean many things to many people. I think it's up to the listener's imagination on what that might be about. So I think one of the other things is, like with Invisible Enemies, it's a shame that we couldn't tour with Invisible Enemy, with the consistent lineup changes, and obviously taking a bit of a hiatus before we had the lineup that we have now. But if no one hasn't listened to it yet, it's there, and we would love people to check it out.
And also that the Invisible Enemy was going to just be put in a drawer somewhere. It wasn't even going to be released because there was no tours, there were no gigs, there was nothing. But we played it to a friend, and they said, "Oh my God, that you've got to release it." So we did. So we're so happy we did, and we feel this moving on to Escape the Fire is a great transition. It's a brilliant transition. And it's the tracks are so different from each other. You know, the 4 tracks on the EP, and we were so happy with. We think it's such a positive start with the new lineup, this EP.
And I think it's good to note that when we do tour, we've got obviously the shows coming up, that we will be playing both tracks from Invisible Enemy and the new EP as well. So you'll get a variety of sort of the tracks that are across both albums.
I can tell you guys are really stoked and happy about your music and where it's going, because while you're talking, whoever's talking, the rest are just smiling from ear to ear. So it just shows me how much you really love what you're doing, and you have faith in what you're doing, and you're putting out phenomenal music, guys. You really are. It's just, listeners, listen, go check them out. I mean, I'm going to tell you this again here in just a minute, but these guys put out some phenomenal music. And Doc's been around long enough to know great music, good music, and bad music. This is phenomenal music. So go check them out. And speaking of that, I'm going to spin one last track from JOANovARC. And here is Time.
Time, such a precious and beautiful thing. Tired eyes were faded, lost in a single blame. Taking life for granted, it never seemed so true. Holding on to memories, the fear of losing you. When I lost you, time is
Again, guys, awesome track.
What's cooking, Doc?
Give our listeners the info where to find your music, videos, any merch, any upcoming release dates, whether they're for gigs or tracks, whatever. Give us the scoop, guys.
Okay, so we have a Facebook page, JOANovARC Facebook page. So just JOANovARC with OV, because some people get confused with it being OF. Instagram. We've got a YouTube channel as well. We actually have TikTok as too. A Patreon page. So if people want to help the band out, we do like a membership, different tiers. They can pledge a couple of quid to about 100 if they want to, and that covers album recordings, rehearsals, etc. for the band to kind of keep going. If they want to get the new EP and merch, we've got a Bandcamp page as well. And if they want to stream the music, we've got the EP on and Invisible Enemy on Spotify, TuneCore, etc. That's on all the major streaming platforms. But I prefer when people get a physical copy of a CD.
Are you going to press any vinyl?
Probably for the album. When we do a new album, that's probably what we're going to do, is do vinyl then.
Cool.
I think that'll be a good move. It's very popular. I've got lots of vinyl, and it's
that's all I listen to is vinyl, plain and simple. So I think that's the best sound you can have, is vinyl. So I'll be looking forward to your vinyl, guys.
You're in the doghouse.
Rose, what was your first impression of me? I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut.
So now you guys know where to go and find them. Go find JOANovARC, okay? And again, that's OV, not OF. So go look them up, guys. They're just freaking phenomenal. They really are. So the doc wants to say thank you to Shelly, Emma, Chloe, and Kara with JOANovARC for joining them in the Dawg House, guys. It's been great. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. The doc wants to give a big shout out to MD Pod Hub, my producer Magpie Sally, Matt R, and Dogbone Studio. So the doc will be back next week. So in the meantime, guys, be kind to one another and always keep on rocking. And from the Dawg House, it's the doc, Shelly, Kira, Chloe, and Emma. We're out of here. Later.
That's all, folks.
Bye.
MD Pod presented Dawg House.